Alright, sorry for the shitty mic quality. It's 3 a.m. and I'm just gonna rant about the AI use in NetEase and Identity V, which has probably gone on for I don't know how long. But, I've recently, been given a spotlight. And I think that I've made my position very clear. It sucks, and it is awful and despicable, and I just want to talk about that. And, I know most people in Identity V already know this. We have many, many talented artists, and people who love art and appreciate it, who knows the harms and impacts of AI, and don't need to be told this. But as an artist, I just wanted to, speak my piece, and say it for, maybe anyone who doesn't even know. So, yeah, I don't know how long it's been, integrated into the game. I think they said it's integral, which is fucking disgusting. And so I'm just gonna go over, this is me rambling at 3 a.m. I don't have any sources pulled up. When I edit this, I'll probably put something on screen. Maybe, a study or a source or something. But I'm just going off the top of my head. But there are so many harms, from AI. Number one, the obvious. When we're talking about AI art, and I don't even want to call it that, but I will just for the sake of the discussion. It is not that. It is soulless regurgitations of other people's copyrighted art that they have made, that they have worked hard for, put their talent, effort, and time into. And, AI, it does not, yes, we've heard this before, but it does not create. It doesn't. It needs LLMs, AIR, all these generators. They need things to learn off of. And they do not, get those through moral or ethical means. They take copyrighted art, they take whatever art, and they steal it and they pump it through, and you just use that. It just uses it. It's theft. Slade made a good point in his stream. It's just legal plagiarism, which it shouldn't be, and we need to get more restrictions on AI. I'd like to, I hate it. I don't want it to be a thing at all, but that's the first thing. And something I hear is, well, it makes sense from a business perspective, because it is laying off artists because their art is being stolen. And, even if AI was even fucking comparable to the art that humans make, which it is not, and it will never, ever be, it's still not moral, it's still not right, and it's just theft. It's stealing people's jobs and their art. There's no way to get around that. That's just what is happening. And so I hear people saying, okay, well, from a business perspective, that makes sense. It's a fucking... Let me look up what I said. It makes sense as a business expense. Being lazy, and NetEase is a fucking multi-billionaire company. They do not need to be fucking lazy and resort to this and lay off their artists, because all of us probably were drawn to this game because of its artistic style, and the appeal is the art, and they're just laying off the hardworking, talented artists that made this possible. And again, regurgitating soulless imitations of the art that it will never ever be. And I hear, oh, well, it makes sense from a business perspective. It's a business expense. It's theft. Like, okay, theft makes sense as a business expense. It makes sense from a business perspective. Like, oh, you don't hear a company robbing a bank because it makes sense from a business perspective that they wouldn't spend money. Like, that, it just makes no fucking sense. Like, I don't know if what I'm saying is making sense to anyone, but, like, okay, it maybe makes more sense, but it's fucking immoral and unethical. Theft, and I can't really talk right now. My brain is just, but, like, I don't care. They have the money to pay the artists what they deserve, and to not give us this shit. We do not want this. And obviously, NetEase does not care, does not give a single fuck about the NAEU community and other of the smaller regions. They care about CN, that server. That's the main one they listen to. And I've heard, I don't really know, but I've heard that they're making a fuss too, so hopefully they will listen. But they don't care about us. They don't care about artists from NAU. They don't care, because we're just so small in comparison to CN. And, it's a greedy corporation. Of course they're not going to listen to us, but hopefully everyone makes a big enough fuss that they stop. Now, other concerns for AI. 2, the environmental factor. It is wasting tons. You know what? Fuck it. I am gonna pull up some sources right now. It is wasting tons and tons of water. Grab my computer. Fuck. Okay, here we go. This is from the EESI, Environmental and Energy Study Institute. Data centers and water consumption. Data centers have a thirst for water, and their rapid expansion threatens fresh water supplies. Only 3% of Earth's water is fresh water, and only 0.5% of all water is accessible and safe for human consumption. Fresh water is critical for survival. On average, a human being can live without water for blah, blah, blah. Data center water usage closely parallels energy usage and carbon emissions. As data centers use more energy for their typical data center operations and to meet AI requests, they consume larger amounts of water to cool their processor chips so as to avoid overheating and potential damage. Similarly, as energy uses increases in data centers, so do carbon emissions. Medium-sized data center can consume up to roughly 110 million gallons of water per year for cooling purposes, equivalent to the annual water usage of approximately 1,000 households. Larger data centers can each drink up to 5 million gallons per day, or about 1.8 billion annually. Usage equivalent to a town of 10,000 to 50,000 people. Go ahead and read this article if you want. But these data centers that we do not need and is effectively damaging us as a society are taking resources for something that is damaging us and, killing the environment and, consuming not all, but, fucking however 1.8 billion gallons annually. So that's just horrible. Like, that's not even a debate. Oh, okay. And then I'm trying to think what else, because there's way more. And AI. I'm right now straying away from AI. We're talking more LLMs. Because, NetEase is using that too, and who knows how long they've been using that. They are, firstly, inaccurate. They will give you inaccurate information. Like, it doesn't even come from facts. It's not factual. It's not verified. It's not peer-reviewed. It's not anything. And people are just using it, and it's fucking pissing me off. But, it's suggestive. It is affirming. It'll tell you exactly what you want to hear. I'm talking more chatbots. ChatGPT is the main one. I can't think of the stupid other ones. I forgot this point in their original recording, but AI, LLMs, chatbot AI, are so affirming that, they convince teens to kill themselves. I think that point should be made. But it's... Okay, here's another problem with AI art, this is what I've been saying, but it conditions in humans. We have a problem. And it conditions our problem of instant gratification. You need to work for something. You need to wait for something. You need to have talent for something. You need to have someone else with talent for something. You need to wait, time, energy, talent. You need those things to get these things. And we used to have to wait for that. We used to have to put in the effort or commission someone who had the, skills, talent, effort to do it for you. And AI art, it just bypasses all of that. We are being conditioned to get quote unquote art right away. And it's just sickening. Like, this is so bad. Let me see. Study for instant gratification. Okay, here we go. Let me go ahead and look at this. This is from Bucknell University. I don't know much about it, but instant gratification is dark side. Let me see. Trying to find the... Okay. Millennials find it more difficult than previous generations to delay not just the gratification of good grade or Facebook conversation, but also some of the more important aspects of their lives. Most notably, many young professionals today want their careers to be on steroids. They crave the gratification of a pay raise or promotion every few months. When they don't get the expected rewards, they feel frustrated and sometimes even quit their jobs. Such behavior is creating retention headaches for some employers and could make impatient job-hopping millennials unappealing to companies. The need for instant gratification is likely to have become even more pronounced in the generation born after 2000. More than 70% of children aged 8 and under had used a mobile device for some type of media activity, such as playing games, using apps, or watching videos. 2013, up from 38% in 2011, according to a survey of parents by Common Sense Media, a nonprofit that provides information and recommendations about young people's media use. Even babies and toddlers are being given access to tablets and smartphones these days. Blah, blah, blah. Patience was long considered a virtue, but it seems more like an anachronism today. Do heroes have blah, blah, blah. Basically, like, it is teaching us that we do not need to wait. We need to wait. Humans need to have space and have time, because if we just get it fucking spoon-fed to us, we are not going to learn. We are not going to grow. This, stunts growth. It's builds in unhealthy habits and unhealthy... what's the word? Expectations. And then AI is also making us, literally more unintelligent. People who use AI, they're just getting dumber. They're stupid, okay? I'm sorry. And it's hard to ignore, that's the thing. It's, omnipresent in this society. And even if you don't want to get more stupid, it's there. Google AI, whatever. Here's a tip. If you want to type everything, just type -AI, and then it won't include the AI overview. But we shouldn't have to fucking do that, especially when it's a net negative to society. On all accounts, on all fronts. It's inaccurate, makes us unintelligent, it conditions instant gratification, it's theft, it's immoral, it steals from artists, and it steals their jobs. And, I'm absolutely disgusted with NetEase. Their actions are deplorable, and there are many, many artists who love this game and cannot bear to see it go down the path that it is currently going down. And so that is why we need to have our voices be heard, even though, we're NAU. I'm assuming if you're watching this video, that doesn't matter. That doesn't mean that we have to be idle and do nothing. Because, even a single voice matters. As much as it sucks in this case that NAU doesn't have the respect from NetEase to care, it's not just us, it's all of us. Humans that are against AI and taking away human art and passion. And so, I hope that this, in whatever way, can help. Whether it's, to show that you're not alone in your feelings and frustrations, or, if it somehow makes any impact at all, that'll be worthwhile to me.